I'm Brandon with Naughty Girl Woodworks, and today we're going to show you how to upgrade your SawStop PCS from the stock extension table to the Woodpeckers Router Table extension. Stay with us.
So we're going to get started with taking the SawStop apart. That includes disassembling the front tube that the T-Glide fence rides on and taking off the current extension table. In most cases you're probably not going to need to take off the front tube, but in our case the bolts and the legs were not going to come out with the tube in the way, so it's easier just to take it off and realign it when the job is done. The extension wing is only held on with a couple of bolts on each side. There's also one underneath that attaches to the extension wing of the table saw that's used as a leveling screw, and then 2 bolts for each leg on either side of the extension wing through the rails. Get those out of the way, and then we have to clean up all the sawdust that got caked between these two. It really wasn't a tight fit on the extension wing for the SawStop model, but the Woodpeckers one fits a lot better and a lot tighter. As are all Woodpeckers tools and accessories, this router table extension for the SawStop is really easy to assemble. Instructions are pretty clear. Everything has a place where it fits perfectly, and you just screw the bolts in. So we're starting here with the leg brackets, the side rails, and the mounting bracket that actually mounts it to the table saw itself. Okay, well, my camera died while I was recording, and I didn't get the rest of the installation, but we really just put on the dust cabinet and the legs. Here I'm sitting under the table saw extension while Brittany's holding the other side so I can get it into place, where she had to help it. A little persuasion never hurt anything. One thing I should mention is you should probably go ahead and extend the feet out, maybe measure, get those to about the right level, because I did not do that, and we struggled a little bit to get everything situated and get everything level. Leveling feet that we mounted under the rails to help support the table when you're moving it around also help bring it up into level, but this took way more time than necessary. If I had taken a few steps prior to installation, it wouldn't have taken near as long as what it did. Now that it's all installed and leveled, the only thing left to do is install all the tracks. They are installed from the factory, but not with the bolts. They're just taped into place. It's pretty self-explanatory. You've got the bolts with the T-track nuts, and they just slide in. The tracks for the fence are a little more difficult, and it takes some finagling to get those things to work. I recommend putting the bolts in first and then dropping them into the holes. That seemed to be the easiest way to get those done. As you can see here, we tried to install these by sliding them in with the bolts loosely installed, and it just did not work out. So we removed those, put them into the track first, and then dropped it in, lining up the holes. The only thing left to do is to drop the router lift in. Well, there you have it. Woodpeckers Router Extension Table installed on the SawStop. It's a little longer than what I was planning on. Even though I measured, you don't really know until you get into your shop and see how it fits. But this is a great addition. The only thing I didn't show was the installation of the super fence and the assembly setup of the router table. There are really great videos on Woodpecker's website, woodpeck.com, that go into high detail on this. All their deep dives on YouTube. I would check those out for the assembly of the super fence and the assembly of the router lift. Everything else, I hope you found it useful. If you did, drop us a like, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.